streets are so lovely. I am loving it. Oh my God, look at the Eiffel Tower. It's insane. I am at the park in Paris. Look at the greenery. It's raining outside, but it's warm in here.
This museum is so antique and expensive, though.
This entire travel vlog video was generated using Seedance 2.0 completely free, and you can also create videos with your own face without any restrictions. Lately, I've been testing Seedance 2.0 across different AI platforms, and one thing that stood out to me right away was how well it handled motion. Compared to a lot of AI video tools, the movement feels smoother, the camera behavior feels more natural, and overall the results look much more usable for cinematic content. But here's the thing, the experience can vary a lot depending on where you use it. On some platforms, you run into limitations with credits, quality, or just the overall workflow. So in this video, I wanted to test a full creative workflow inside PicLumen AI and see how practical it actually is, from generating character images to turning prompts into videos with Seedance 2.0 to comparing the output with other video models. If you are interested in creating more cinematic AI content, especially character-based videos, this should give you a pretty good idea of how the workflow performs in real use. So let's get into it. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Pro Secret. The platform I'm using today is PicLumen AI. What I like about it is that it brings multiple AI image and video models into one place. So instead of jumping between different tools, tabs, and subscriptions, you can keep most of the workflow inside one dashboard. For this test, I'm going to use it for both image generation and video generation. On the image side, I'll be using models like GPT Image 2 and Nano Banana to create character visuals. Then on the video side, I'll switch over to Seedance 2.0 to test both text-to-video and image-to-video workflows, and after that, I'll also compare the results with a few other video models to see where the differences actually show up. So the first thing I usually do is start with image generation. And the reason is simple. If I can lock in the character, outfit, mood, and framing early, the video stage becomes much easier to control. If you go straight into video from text only, sometimes the model gives you a cool result, but consistency can be harder to manage, especially if you care about the same face, same styling, and a more polished visual direction. Inside PicLumen, I'm going to the image generation section first. You'll see multiple image models available, but for this workflow I'm using GPT Image 2 and Nano Banana 2. These are both useful for generating realistic character images with a strong cinematic look, and they're especially helpful when you want a good base for later animation. At this stage, I'm focusing on a few key things in the prompt: the character design, the outfit, the camera angle, the environment, the lighting, and the overall tone. So I'll paste in my prompt here and generate a few options. And as you can see, the results already give me a much stronger visual foundation to work with. What I'm really looking for here is not just a good-looking image, but a usable character base, something that feels stable enough to carry into the video stage. So I'll generate a few variations for different scenes, and those will give me more options once we move into animation. Now let's move into the video part. First, I want to test pure text-to-video using Seedance 2.0. For me, this is a good way to evaluate how well the model handles motion, camera direction, atmosphere, and prompt interpretation without relying on a source image. So inside PicLumen, I'm switching to the video generation section and selecting Seedance 2.0. Now I'll paste in a cinematic prompt. At this stage, I'm usually describing things like character action, camera movement, environment motion, lighting, pacing, and overall mood. The main thing I want to see here is whether the model can translate that into motion that feels clean and intentional, instead of stiff or random. So let's generate this and see what happens. And now here's the result.
Paris. It feels even more magical than I imagined.
With Seedance 2.0, what I notice more is the stability during motion. The movement feels more natural, and the overall scene keeps its cinematic quality better than many other models I've tested. That doesn't mean every output is perfect, but in terms of motion handling, this is definitely one of the stronger results. Now let's move to the part one personally find more useful for controlled content creation, which is image to video. This is where the workflow becomes much more practical, especially if you care about character consistency. So instead of starting from text only, I'm going to take one of the images I generated earlier and upload it as the source. Then again, I'll use Seedance 2.0. Now I'm adding a motion prompt that describes things like facial movement, camera motion, hair movement, background animation, and the overall action in the shot. And the reason I like this workflow is that the character is already defined. So compared to pure text to video, it's usually easier to keep the face, styling, and mood more stable while still adding cinematic motion. So let's generate that.
Paris streets are so lovely. I am loving it.
And this is where the workflow starts to feel really strong. The character stays much closer to the original design, and the motion still feels dynamic enough to be interesting. So if your priority is consistency, image to video is often the safer and more reliable route. Now I want to do something a little more useful than just saying the model looks good. Since PicLumen also gives access to other AI video models, I'm going to run a comparison using the same prompt and see how the outputs differ.
This is so much fun. I feel completely free right now. Oh my God, look at the Eiffel Tower. It's insane. Oh my God, look at the Eiffel Tower. It's insane.
And this is the part one thing actually matters. Some models can look great at first glance, especially in still frames or very short moments. But once you look at the full motion, you start noticing the weak points. What I find stronger with Seedance 2.0 is not just the first impression, but how well the shot holds together after motion begins. So if your goal is not just pretty frames, but actually usable moving footage, this comparison makes a stronger case than a simple feature list ever could. What makes it practical for me is not just that it includes multiple models, but that I can keep the full workflow in one place. That saves time, but more importantly, it makes experimentation easier. And when you are testing prompts, trying different visual directions, or building a more repeatable AI content workflow, having everything inside one dashboard actually makes a big difference. So overall, after testing this workflow, I'd say PicLumen is a solid option if you want a more complete setup for AI image and video creation in one place. And if you are specifically interested in Seedance 2.0, especially for cinematic or character-based videos, this is definitely a workflow worth trying for yourself. If we talk about pricing, they also offer a free plan with daily credits, although it comes with some limitations. But if you want to generate videos without restrictions, you can check out their subscription plans. The plans start at just $3, and all the pricing is very reasonable. You probably won't find access to Seedance 2.0 at such a low price anywhere else. And if you choose the annual plan, you can get up to 62% off. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can check it out. And if you need any help, let me know in the comments or reach out on our Discord server, where you can get all my used prompts, tutorials in one place, and lots of AI strategies. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.